So the first thing I saw when I woke up this morning is that the doomsday clock for 2026 has been set a new time. What is the purpose and who's tracking it? Whose job is to be responsible for the doomsday clock? It's some bloke in a chair like that and he's like 150 years old and he sat there like that. I'm going to add 1 second. But I'm going to send him an email and say to him, can you reschedule? Because I'll tell you what, let me hit 100,000 subscribers first. All right, that's my dream.
The doomsday clock has now moved closer to midnight than ever before. The clock is meant to rate how close humanity is from ending. It is now sitting at 85 seconds to midnight. The Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists saying reasons for moving the clock forward include risks of nuclear war, climate change, potential use of biotechnology, and the rising use of artificial intelligence. The doomsday clock was created in 1947.
Well, just turn it back then. But I don't understand it. They've added a couple seconds on it. So even if we did know, right, when the world was going to end. Oh, don't worry, boys. Don't worry, guys and girls. We've added 4 seconds. All right? Who cares, mate? I don't know if you could see that, but that light was flashing. I mean, imagine if you'd literally you've been trapped in this house, you know, your entire life, and you figure out a way to send out a message and you finally see that car driving past your house and you're there like, there's a person, and then they just film it and put it on TikTok and it goes viral. See, I don't understand. What's with the bright lights? Why do they keep doing that? And all the comments were saying, aliens, it's aliens. I don't think aliens are going to put a flipping disco light, spotlight, you know, rave party on the front of their UFO if they're trying to be discreet. What was it? A bunch of 2 aliens with glow sticks in the front going...
Yeah, we're coming to invade you, boys, so you better get ready for that probing station.
Well, this is awkward. Look at that. That's embarrassing. They're trying to showcase this new touchscreen technology. And it's on window player. See, this is 100% what Apple do and all these companies. It's all just... I mean, this is just a regular TV. I mean, what do people expect? But the fact that he just carries on and pretends like nothing's happening is funny. Look, they just carry on. Let's just pretend we don't see it. Well, whoever had control of that mouse, that was his last day, let me tell you. I mean, how embarrassing is that? So a lot of people have been telling me to watch a video about water that's underwater, if that makes sense. And apparently there's these little pools of water at the bottom of the ocean that look like little lakes themselves. The person that was talking about it and discovered it actually disappeared. Like in comment on this video before I disappeared for showing it. But take a look at this. This is really weird. Look at that. When I see a video like that, I just think there could be a whole other world underneath that water. You know, so there's the ocean, and then at the bottom of the ocean, there's another ocean that you can go into. They had fish coming out of a pond that sits at the bottom of the ocean. How does that even make sense? You know, that's crazy. There could be a whole other world under there. Could be flipping Atlantis or something. SpongeBob was right. So first thing I did, I was like, I have to check this on maps. This place has to be fake. Surely there's not just some big flipping ice giant sat in the ice. So I found this video. This person just screen recorded it straight from Google. All right. And apparently it's real. Look. So he apparently finds it. So this is straight off Google Maps. Anyone can do this. This is nuts. Look at that. Hold on. It's here. He's found it. There it is. Look at that. What is that? That looks like a whole person. Look, there's face, there's hands, chest, legs. That's crazy. And what's all this? What is this? Guys, leave a comment down below. This is weird. That's like a dragon's head. I can see faces. Right, so only two things can happen here. Maybe flipping, what's his name? Optimus Prime actually came here with his Autobot mates and they crashed in the ice head first and they just stuck there like that, like Han Solo. Or just leave me a comment down below. What do you think that was? I mean, it could be the perfect satellite image that was taken that generated something that was in the ice. It is very strange, and you can get the coordinates for that place and have a look for yourself, but leave a comment down below what you think.
In 2008, Spike TV released a show called 1,000 Ways to Die, and no, this show was not fiction. It was real, graphic, with details, explaining, as it says, 1,000 ways to die, but in the most brutal way. It was based on real accidents that were reenacted in very, very, very detailed details. Every episode showed people doing everyday things, but towards the end of the episode, they ended up dying in the most brutal and imaginable way. Literally all the deaths that were shown in this show were slowed down, zoomed in, and explained in like a very scientific way. Honestly, guys, I used to watch this when I was younger, and trust me, I was paranoid for like a week, or honestly, every time I would watch this show. Lots of people ended up criticizing the show, saying that it was too traumatic, too graphic, too brutal, and it would like pop up during the times kids would be watching TVs, me, and yes, I do agree this was very graphic, but I mean, who told me to watch it, right?
There's a fun fact you don't know about me, and I've had so many near-death experiences. Just to name a few, all right? I was definitely a cat in my last life. I must have had 9 lives, because listen to this. This is just a few. I got almost ran over by a delivery truck. This was only a couple of years ago. It missed me by about that, right? I got ran over by a speedboat when I was a kid in Spain. I got shot in the head by an air rifle. My mate bought a bolt-action air rifle, and he told me to look at it, and I was about half a metre away, pulled the trigger. I still don't know how I went under that speedboat and didn't get flipping spaghettied by the propeller. Who knows? Happy to be here. I've been in a motorbike accident. I've been in a car accident. I went skiing as a kid, and I went to get off the ski lift, you know, the chairs that take you up a mountain, and my jacket got stuck, and I nearly got dragged off the flipping mountain. They had to call the whole emergency button to shut the whole thing down. I shouldn't even go outside. All right, so the next 2 videos we're going to react to were sent to us by a subscriber. Shout out to Hillary Pope, all right? If you've got any weird videos you want me to react to, follow me on Instagram. I'll pin it down below for you, and just send me a DM. But this is the video right here. Now, they said that they were driving back from somewhere, and they pulled over on the side of the road because they could see all these bright lights in the distance. Now, straight off the bat, they look like the orbs that have been seen all over the place, haven't they? So let's watch this clip and really find out what's going on here.
You see this, Sage?
Yeah.
What is that?
Why are you asking me?
Look at it. It's like freaking aliens.
I love that response. What are those? I don't know. How do you expect me to know? That's funny. Oh, they're moving. Yeah, they're moving. What is going on there? See, I want to know what's over there.
What the heck is that next to it? See the one at the bottom right?
Yeah. See, bottom right over here, there's a big orb there and a smaller one there. That is very weird. All right. And I'm not, do you know what? Now I know the person's watching this who sent this to me. I'm not going to say drive over there, all right? Because it might be really dangerous. But Do you know what? I drive to work every day, and all I see is a bunch of pigeons having a fag on a brick wall going, all right, bruv. Yeah, not bad, mate. People drive and see aliens, all right? I'm obviously living in the wrong place, but leave your comments down below what you think about those two clips. That is really strange. I mean, why do you think that is? You know, that pattern. We've all seen it, haven't we? Where we've seen actors, movie artists. They get the big role, don't they? They get the big role. They go to Hollywood, and then they come out like a different person. They look different, but not just in little things. Like you come out of a new haircut, they just look like different people. It's just crazy. Like if I ever disappear, guys, and you see me sat on here going, guys, I made it to Hollywood, I'm going, and I come back with a flipping square head. All right, the signs will be there. It's so dramatic, though. Why is it? Do you think that is? At least once these people go to Hollywood, they come out a different person.
Did you know that we have 6G now?
6G's actually been out for a while.
Really?
Yeah. They can measure EEG waves, like phones can measure EEG waves. And that basically can borderline read your thoughts. And there's a reason why you can get an ad for something and like you were thinking about it. The 5G couldn't penetrate deep enough into the cell. And that's why, so what would happen is when all these towers were put up, you'd see kids that were, they would get burns underneath their skin. It's because the graphene cooks them from the inside out.
Jeez.
And this is what I've been explaining to people is your body's a liquid crystal. And a crystal is basically an antenna. So you have hundreds of thousands of millions of crystals in your body. And that's how your body communicates with itself. So how do they shut these things down? Heavy metals. You eat things that are improper, disrupts the communication between the body. You get into a state of consumption. Your autonomic functions shut down. It's so simple, but they overcomplicate it. And then you're talking to some doctor, you have a cancer disease, and there's a bunch of doctors in the room. They're saying stuff that's going over your head. Next thing you know, you're signing a document to get surgery.
Well, leave a comment down below if this has happened to you, but I've had it where I've been talking about buying something and it's just popped up in an advertisement. It's happened many times for me. I don't know if it's happened to you, but maybe I've got to get someone around here, check my house for some flipping, FBI bugs or something, but I'm happy with 4G. I get 4G most of the time. It does the job. I don't need 5G. I don't need flipping 6G. I don't need 100G, all right? Crazy thing is, like, the next generation and the generation after that, they'll be saying to us when we're older, oh, remember when mum and dad used to have 6G? We're advancing so quick. In the next 50 years, everyone's going to have the mind of a potato.
We were in the middle of our tournament when my friend John said he found a body in the bushes over there. I ran over there because I'm a healing monk to try and help, but obviously my magic wasn't strong enough because the dude's body was missing a head. So my friend decided to try and use a necromancer spell, which didn't work, which I knew it wouldn't. And apparently we contaminated the crime scene because that spell uses a lot of glitter.
Please tell me that's not real. Please tell me that that's not real. So imagine you're that person in the woods, right? And you get, you're led there and you're thinking, man, there's someone here. He's coming to save me. Call an ambulance. And it's a bloke that turns up in a night outfit and he goes, Expelliarmus, rise, or something like that. I don't know. That was Harry Potter, wasn't it? Who knows? But he's trying to revive you with a wand. That's even worse, isn't it?
Have you ever crossed the Mackinac Bridge and listened to this?
Reduce your speed to a maximum of 20 miles per hour. Turn on your four-way flashers and utilize the outside lane. Strong winds are blowing across the surface of the bridge. Please exercise appropriate caution. The Mackinac Bridge Authority is monitoring wind speeds at various points along the structure. Additional steps will be implemented if conditions change. Please tune to AM Radio 530 or 1610 for updates. Drive carefully and have a safe.
The scary part is it says drive in the outside lane and it's a dangerous bridge, right? But the rails are like a meter big. You know, why couldn't they build bigger rails? I bet a lot of people were like driving five miles an hour like that, shaking, trying to get over that bridge. I know my fiance will be. She would be terrified driving across that bridge. Whenever it's a windy day, she drives her little car and she's always saying to me, Ben, I'm really scared. I'm like, you're not driving a tent. You know, you're not just going to get blown away. But yeah, I mean, I've never driven across a bridge like this in my life. I mean, I'm from England, all right? So we don't get any of this cool stuff. But that would be pretty cool to drive over that thing. So before I close out this episode, I had an idea that I want to share with you. And if there's any questions you want to ask me, if you follow my Instagram, Ben Colson, it'll be in the description below. Send me a DM, give me a follow, and if there's any question you have, send it. And I'll pick random people and I'll answer in the next video. So I thought that'd be pretty cool to interact with you all. If you have any questions at all, just shoot away, all right? Just send a DM. A lot of people that were commenting in my videos recently saying that they keep making mistakes and they're angry at themselves for making mistakes. But the thing is, if I could give you a superpower, if I could click my finger and make you go back and have a conversation with yourself when you were a kid, if I could set that up for you, right? So it's just you and your younger self sat at a table, and your younger self was saying to you, I keep making mistakes. I'm so angry at myself. Would you curse him for that, him or her? Would you punish him or her for that? Your younger self. If you could have a conversation with your younger self, would you be harsh? Would you be super harsh? Or would you be kind and caring and patient? Because I think people that don't make mistakes are the ones that don't try. I think trying creates mistakes, and repeated mistakes are ones we don't learn from. So people that make mistakes are willing to try, to do something. That's all that matters. Making mistakes is an opportunity to learn and be kinder to yourself, you know, because if you could speak to your younger self, imagine how that conversation would go. And we all make mistakes. I make mistakes every single day, you know, but we need to be kinder to ourselves. We really do. And if you could just imagine that sometimes when you make those mistakes, don't punish yourself for it. Try and learn from it. Be accountable and try and say, look, how did I make this mistake and how can I avoid it in the future? Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. And if you do have any questions, shoot me a message on Instagram and I'll pick, I don't know how many people, a couple people per episode just to answer some questions or whatever. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. And remember what I said, all right? When you make a mistake, don't be too hard on yourself. Try and learn from it and move forward. Keep moving forward. As Rocky said, keep moving forward no matter what. Don't let anyone or anything hold you back. All right? I'll see you tomorrow.